I'm just gonna keep my low very simple. Um, Both my parents and I went to our respective homes last night. My parents to their house and me here. And we have nothing going on today. So we were like, well, here's the thing. My brother, my sister-in-law, and my nephews all want to come up to Cuca Lake today. I mean, they were up there yesterday, but they didn't stay very long. So they want to go up today. And knowing what we know now, like, why did we even go home in the first place? So yeah, it looks like I have a very long trip back up to Cuca Lake I have to make. Which, hey, I'm up at Cuca Lake again. It's awesome. With that said, my high was everything else, man. Family, food, fireworks, um, you know, just pure fun from beginning to end. And it was wonderful. I don't know how to describe it, but it was so plain wonderful. And my act of kindness was preparing for the party before and cleaning up a little bit after the party. So, yeah, it was a very good day overall. So, good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. And I think it's time for One Piece manga chapter this week. Let's do that. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I can't turn this on for a second. So I really hope everyone had a wonderful 4th yesterday. I know I did. Again, far too much food, but it was all so good. We had burgers, hot dogs, sausages, stuffed shells, sloppy beans. What else do we have? Deviled eggs. We had deviled eggs too. That was awesome. Yeah, man, you name it, we had it. Sorry, I'm taking care of one other thing first. Hold on. This will be a minute. I can just there we go. All right, so let's find the One Piece manga, shall we? Actually, where's my computer mouse is right over here. Why am I not using this? Okay. Okay. And right off the bat, we have a break next week. Oh well, it was bound to happen at some point anyway. Okay, so One Piece chapter 1018. Okay. But before I start the chapter, I have to give you a little brief rundown of, one particular thing. If a One Piece manga chapter has the title with the word verses in it, you know it's going to be good. So, in this case, One Piece chapter 1018, Jinbei versus Who's Who. This is going to be awesome. Let's see if it is. Okay. Looks like where we last left off. All the gifters are now rebelling thanks to Thomas' order. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Usopp and Nami are commenting that Thomas' power is extremely remarkable. Oh, Zeus is here. Aw, that's really cool. Zeus wants to beg Nami for forgiveness, so he asks if I can be your servant like I was before. And then Nami's like, absolutely not. How about you be my sidekick instead? Or partner? And then Zeus just goes all haywire attacking the bad guys. That is awesome. And funny. Okay, let's see. Okay, back to CP0. I'll be honest, why are CP0 even here in the first place? Like, really? I mean, I know at the beginning of Wano they gave Orochi a battleship, but what was it in exchange for? Like, honestly, the only reason why ZP0 is here right now is because they're giving us a recap of what's going on, which is actually quite good. Now that all of the gifters are joining the good guys side, now they're not like they're showing that one game where it's like the black pieces are the bad guys and the white pieces are the good guys. I don't mean this. I swear I'm not being racist. That's what they're saying in here. And you have 16,000 or 16 pieces of, the bad guys. So, and 9,000 or 9 pieces of, the good guys. So, basically right now, it's 16,000 versus 9,000. This is huge. That means that, now every good guy doesn't need to beat down 2 people, Basically, it's no longer 2-to-1. It's actually 1 2/3 to 1, I think. But the point is, this is great. Like, Onigashima is going to belong to the Allies by the time this is over. I am very positive one of the top officers is going to do like what Queen did and, say something to say, oh, you guys are worthless, and then the bad guys, and the remaining, mooks join the good guys. Or maybe the mooks will lose spirit if each and every one of the Toby Ropo falls. Either way, this should be very interesting. Speaking of interesting, let's get to the chapter title's namesake, shall we? Jinbei versus Who's Who. Okay. This is actually a very interesting battle because you're pitting 2 incredibly different forms of battle styles against each other. You have Jinbei, who is a master of Fishman Karate, and you have Who's Who, who's a 6 powers master, or a master of the Rokishiki techniques. And Who's Who is definitely displaying a very versatile way to use the 6 powers. Like, the Fang pistol, he combined like the finger pistol with the fact that his devil fruit power is a saber-toothed tiger, and now it looks like a giant shockwave that looks like, fangs coming at somebody. That's really cool. And very sharp too. Very nice. And it looks like Jinbei is well aware of the fact that these attacks really can pierce through normal armament haki, so Jinbei really has to step it up. On top of all that, it really is showing just how much of a master armament haki Jinbei really is. Because a really great master of fishman of any kind of armament haki can almost tint their body completely black. Yeah, if you didn't already tell, if you're using armament haki, if I was using armament haki right now, my hand would be like completely black. Like really black. Like something you'd see in like the cartoons with a little tint of maybe, with a very small tint of blue or red to the side. It is what it would look like. And Jinbei is able to transform himself to like completely that shade, which is incredible. Okay. Sun God Nika. Interestingly enough, this isn't the first time a sun god has been mentioned in the series. In fact, way back on Skypiea, it was brought up. At least the sun god, just not the name. In fact, there's one of Oda's all-time favorite panels that he ever drew was during the Skypiea arc, and everyone was celebrating after the big battle with Eneru. And literally, the image of this sun god Nika looks exactly like Luffy looked like back in that panel all those years ago. Not to mention, it's also talking about, slavery and, Jinbei was on the Sun Pirates, and the Sun Pirates were once slaves to the the celestial dragons. So this is really bringing back both Skypiea and Fishman Island vibes. Personally, I really like those two arcs. And I know a lot of people do, but I know a lot of people also really don't like them because, to their perspective, it didn't really add much to it. And at least in the case of Fishman Island, Horty Jones really wasn't that great of a villain. But it's very fascinating how some of the not as well liked arcs really can have an opportunity to shine. Again, like Skypiea and Fishman Island. And it's really doing that here. And I greatly appreciate that. Seriously, Oda is just a master of taking like all these pieces from like either many chapters ago or even just a few chapters ago, bring them together in a way that really does enhance the story. It makes the story feel really organic. And that's really one of the greatest strengths of One Piece. And nowhere is that explained better than Jinbei versus Who's Who right here. Because, again, it's showing two fast styles of martial arts, and they're really going at it. So, I have to say, this chapter is going great. Anything else? Okay. We may have a break next week, but I love the final line of this chapter. And that's when Jinbei says, if you're going to run your mouth about history, be ready for what you're stepping into first. And yeah, that's a very important lesson for kids to learn, by the way. So it looks like the chapter ends with I mean, it looks like Jinbei just won, but then again, I've read these versus chapters many times, and I can assure you that usually there's like 2 or 3 chapters involving this. So we'll probably have 1, maybe 2 more chapters of Jinbei versus Who's Who. By that logic, we'll definitely have Satsuki versus Frankie. I can't wait to read that one. I mean, come on. That was the one. If you couldn't remember, that was our giant robot versus dinosaur fight. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Oh, right. It's going to be Robin and Brooke versus Black Maria. Or maybe just, well, yeah, who am I kidding? Brooke would probably need to be there for the spiderwebs and whatever. So we'll definitely have our share of great versus chapters coming up. And when these chapters arrive, we're going to be getting if anything, this entire raid has been one big climax. What am I thinking? So that will be quite interesting. So sadly, yes, we have a break. But I think I can live with this. I mean, to be perfectly honest, 2 weeks from now, I have family coming up on my father's extended side of the family, and this chapter coming out will be like sort of a great cap off to them, being here. So I have to wait a couple weeks, I guess. Anyway, I'm probably heading back up to Keuka Lake. Actually, I am heading back up to Keuka Lake immediately after this. And I'm probably almost 10 o'clock by the time this thing is uploaded. But regardless, I hope everyone has a wonderful Monday. If you are taking that sort of obligated day off that July 5th is supposed to be, I really do hope you enjoy it. I mean, I'm going to. I'm going to see my nephews today. It's going to be awesome. So that'll be something. Going for boat rides and stuff, it'll be great. So, with that said, please Please feel free to like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, start notification YouTube. I am very home in this video for all of you guys who are watching Joy for today. I am very hopeful we all have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.